Okay, so I would just like what is it? Oh yeah, Shauna Groshong. Why you came over and signed me up for the stimulus check? You did not ask me. You just did it, just like you did with my food stamp card. So I know you're seeing this video, and if you're not seeing this video, your friends are seeing this video and they'll relay the message, or Danny will, whatever. You know, I know you guys are in cahoots, okay? Okay? I don't know what you're mad about, if it's because you were chemically inclined in a school zone and we ended up being bunkies in prison. I don't know what that has to do with me. But I have never came at you in a fucked up way at all, Shauna. And in fact, the only thing I can think about since I've known you is you coming at me in fucked up ways. You calling me a pill junkie in prison. The whole, oh God, don't trade a freaking Tylenol for a noodle. It goes all the way back then to 2000, well, everything. I will put everything out there. But food stamps, I am not filling out an application to reapply because I don't know what you're doing behind my back, Shauna Groshong. Are you trying to grow a schlong so you can like get a lot of money or something? I don't know. I just hear these things about like, whatever. And I'm not trying to be a bitch, and I've never tried to be a bitch to you. But your birthday is right around the same time as Fatal Attraction for me. But just remember, I'm a Fatal Attraction for you. You're bigger. You have more friends. I have zero friends. Zero friends. Okay? And I'm sure your clan, group, brothel, human traffickers, whatever they are, I mean, sure, I appreciate, the ability to self-medicate because, but I'm trying to get away from that. So anyways, what was I trying to, oh yeah, don't come over to Danny's anymore. Don't come over here to sign me up for food stamps. Why did you give me your email and your password? I don't want it. I never used it. I have no reason for that. Why are you guys, it's like you guys are trying to plant evidence on me. First of all, I don't give a shit. If you think you're trying to get back at me because you got in trouble for something like some type of trickle down shit, I don't know. But I don't know you. And I never even heard of Backpage until 2014 when we were headed up to go to work at the Quality Inn Hotel as housekeepers. I had no idea that human trafficking was such, well, I mean, I heard like about it, like, I thought it was like maybe a Cambodia thing or something. I didn't realize what it was. And you're like, you don't know what Backpage is? I'm like, no. Like, I thought it was like the back of City View or like, like the backs of some magazines where they'll have like weird like ads for like escort services and stuff. But when I think of escort services, I think of Celso and his I don't know if he got married to her or not, but some Shelby when I was pregnant with my daughter. So I've done nothing but try to stick up for you. I asked you the last time you were here, Shauna, why did you sign me up for food stamps? You said, oh, because you asked me. No, I didn't. And just because I didn't disagree and argue with you right there doesn't mean that I am participating in your lies. Am I eligible for food stamps? Yes. Do I have an income? No. I get one per capita check that now, thanks to you and whoever else, I'm pretty sure that you have infiltrated them. Everything. Because I can see it in the paper, okay? It's kind of like the Times Republican and Delaware Nation News. Just kind of got the same paper. I'm not afraid of telling on you. I'm not afraid of telling on anybody. Anybody. This involves my children. And like I said, you cannot pay me to take my children to be sexually assaulted at a hospital. I don't think so. I'm not a sick fuck like that. I do not wake up in the morning thinking of ways to ruin somebody's life or get back at somebody. I don't. No, that's not. It's just not me. It's not in me. Okay. But I'm tired of it. And what I'm hearing. Oh yeah, and the stimulus check. I didn't want to be signed up. I didn't want that stimulus check because nothing has changed in my life because of the coronavirus. The only thing that's changed in my life is now when I go to the store, if I go to the store, when I go to the store, I have to wear a whatever. So, whatever. And, what else is there? Oh, to anybody that I offend, and you're like, I'm not trying to offend anybody. I'm just documenting the truth and letting it be known that if I commit suicide, it is because they pushed me to suicide, which I was on the verge of doing that earlier this morning around, well, about, not this morning, it was around noon. But then my dad sent me $40, so I went to the store and it just kind of pepped me up. But anyways, I'm not afraid to die. I don't have a secret that I'm willing to die for. And, you know, Shauna, I'd really like to add that, you know, I'm sorry that you know, had a life like you had, you know. And, it's not my fault. And I've stuck up for you when, Dave talks shit. And, I asked Danny for $20 to put on your books when you were in Polk County Jail. The whole time I knew that, well, maybe something's fishy. Because, like, well, what does 8 mean to you? Or you don't know what 8 means or something? Like, I don't know what, crazy 8s? And you're like, and you just laugh. And then the next time I saw you, when you were working at Fuzzy Taco downtown, with Kim, who died of cancer, which is horrible. I met her a long time ago. Probably another victim of something, I don't know what. But anyways, and I said, hey, Shauna, I know what 8 means now. Or I said, what does 8 mean now, or to you, or something? And you're like, well, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, this is a pattern in my life. You know, people they like to just say, I don't know what you're talking about. So then I look like a liar? I don't fucking think so. I don't think so. And I do remember, this is another thing. Yeah, when was it? 2016. I moved into Dave's house, and some guy from Arizona came out to visit him, and the guy said, so we went to, me, Dave, and this guy, whatever, first we went to a bar, and then we went to the casino, and then on the way back, or maybe on the way to, I can't remember, he said something. The guy asked me, would you ever, like, do, like, webcam or some type, like, sex, I don't know. But I was like, No, because I'm trying to be an astrologer. You can't really, you can't really, you can't be doing that stuff, So, anyways, and I didn't want to. I mean, I've been a stripper. I prostituted myself at my own choice, maybe three times. Three times. And that was when I was working at Junction 122. I was dating Max at the time. So, and he's changed his name a million times, so don't even try finding him. And, well, unless he's a sex trafficker. Well, then, I don't think he is, but if he is, then of course, find him. Not you, Sean, police. But anyway, so basically what I'm saying is stop it. I know that I did not ask you to sign me up for food stamps because I was very adamant about not wanting to be dependent on the government. I want to be independent, not codependent. But well, hey, maybe my cousin Brandon, he was like, "Oh, you should come up here to Minnesota, this one place. It's like a tourist attraction. Oh yeah, you could get a job waitressing." That, and this was in January of 2017, and I was like, "Oh, that'd be cool," because I wanted to move out of his dad's, my uncle's. I wanted to move out of there, and well, so no, not looking for like fame or anything. I just want a job. And then I realized. So, anyways, I'm not mad that the stimulus check went to child support. Honestly, I don't give a fuck. That's fine, okay? Because I tried to work that shit out before. They freaking just kept adding and adding it up. First, Cecil wouldn't go sign off the paperwork. Being married wasn't enough. And then I needed $500 to give an attorney just for the down payment to start the paperwork to go in and get it figured out legally. So, anyways, every step of my life, I have been fucked. And it looks like, well, Jessica, you made that decision. Well, Jessica, you made that choice. You made that choice. You made that choice. Yeah, well, guess what? Go look at, go look at other stuff. I've got more facts, and well, everything just points to that's a federal offense. You don't fuck with people. First of all, it's a federal offense to fuck with people's mail, and I know that. Okay? And I know when I'm getting fake mail. Now, Celso worked at a printing company, and somebody else works at a printing company, and obviously people have access to printing companies. Celso worked at a printing company, R&R Donnelly, and my mom also told me something like she said something about Dave has security cameras all over. I don't think they're security cameras. I think they're hidden cameras. Like I said, I think the most you guys could have gotten out of me was, well, the sex that I had when I didn't think anybody was looking, and then well, masturbation academia, and giving Danny a blowjob. Anything. I did not permit anybody to view me, to witness it, to anything, to sell it, to explore. I didn't give anybody any permission to do anything. So yeah, that's it. I don't know what the deal is, but or what's going on. Well, it's like I know. Well, I don't really know what's going like, but I know that I'm the one being fucked. And what else? Okay. Well, this is who people target, who traffickers and them target. They target runaway and homeless youth, and our youth that is in foster homes or blah blah blah. And see, Celso, he saw me from his Toyota Celica that he had, and I can't remember what car Amy was driving, but Amy met Celso through a phone hotline. I was 12, so this would have been 1994. Yes, I know. Like, Jessica, how many places did you live in 1990 when you were 12? Well, I turned 12 in March. I got out of the hospital the December before the March. Well, it was about the end of December of 1993. 1994, I turned 12. I was at Yes Shelter 3 times, a month each time. And then I was at my sister's. I was at Amy Harker's. I was at, I'm sure my mom's sometime. But anyway, so I was like, my life has been constantly, what does that say? Where's it at? Where's it at? Right here. Oh. Oh, it was just right here. Hold on. It's not like you have anything else to do. Oh, anyways, just persons that are displaced persons. And I know, like, where I got that from, they're talking about, like, people displaced out of their country, out of their whatever. But it's the same thing. Displaced out of my natural habitat, which would have been my home with my mother. So, anyways, okay, undocumented, I might as well be, because you stole all my documents. And Mom told me that you and Dave went through my stuff when I was in jail in 2016 in Marshall County. And it's obvious that there were set up people in there. So whatever the fuck, you guys targeted me a long fucking time ago. You knew exactly what you were doing. So, like I said, like, I wouldn't prefer to, think badly of people. In fact, I'm inclined to think the best of people. I've just been that way, and it's been to my detriment. It's been my vulnerability that has been played on by everybody. My sister, you, Shauna Groshong. So, anyways, isn't that weird? Steve Bannon looks an awful lot like Rhonda Oliver. Yeah. But that would be Rhonda Oliver would have to have a sex change. And then if Steve Bannon isn't Rhonda Oliver, then I think Steve Bannon would be. Is it Steve Bannon? I don't know. Bannon. I don't know his first name. Bannon. Anyways, then he might be offended. Whatever. So, anyways. Victims of trauma and or abuse. That could be mental, physical, sexual, financial, emotional. Persons fleeing conflict, oppressed, marginalized, or impoverished individuals, persons with limited employment options due to record, like a felony record. Yeah. For writing a prescription. But Dr. Baldy, a doctor with knowledge and know-how, he still gets to be a doctor. Isn't that nice? What money can do. Well, I have none. So you're not scared, are you, Shauna? You're not scared, because I don't have shit. I don't have shit. I don't have money. I don't have friends. You're bigger than me. Danny's bigger than me. Dave's got all the guns and friends that are younger that'll probably, and, I don't know. I'm not a fighter. I wasn't a natural fighter, but you wouldn't know that by looking at my criminal record. You'd think I was a domestic abuser. You wouldn't think that I was sticking up for myself or defend, trying to like defend myself, get somebody off of me. But anyways, so what else do we have? Persons who are socially isolated and left alone. At-risk youth. Well, I'm not a youth anymore, but I would have been, considered at risk when I was a youth. And forced, induced, deceived, or coerced into providing commercial sex acts by traffickers. So this guy in 2016, it would have been maybe, around the February time, I think. It could have been, but probably February. I'm not really sure. Anyways, he said something about that. I was like, no. And then he goes, oh, well, that sucks. Something, I don't know. But anyways, and then that brings me, that in my head, that reminds me of the CenturyLink router that I ordered because I wanted internet, and I thought that I was going to get internet there. And Dave, I immediately in a few days went to jail, which I'm sure was a setup, like a fake, whatever. And I'm sure what they were hoping for was that the police would question me, and then I would tell, and then they would have a reason to shoot me in the head when I left or something. Like tell on somebody for something, but I don't know anything, so there's nothing to tell, and there's nothing mine. Like, and I only saw a judge one time. In 2016 when I got arrested in March with Erica. So, what was that? That was the next morning when the initial, okay, blah, 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 okay, now go to jail, okay. And then I had 3 court dates get canceled. I had the first attorney that they appointed that ended up having a conflict of interest. He said that I was in the ISIS computer system. Now, if you're going to talk about ISIS, let's talk about 2012 when the bookstore that Kelly went to purchase, or online or whatever, to purchase tarot cards to have them sent in to me in prison. Now, please do not think that because I enjoy tarot cards, astrology, and that's about it, that I am into any type of child sex, anything. No. So anyways, moving on. I just want to make that clear. And what's the next thing? Okay, traffickers include those who recruit, transport, harbor, obtain, and exploit victims by using force, threats, lies, physical, mental, and sexual abuse, psychological methods of control. That would be like, your MK Ultra or MK Often or Monarch or whatever. Okay? And traffickers are male, female, family members. Shannon, that's interesting. Intimate partners. Very interesting. Acquaintances and strangers. Obviously, pimps. Criminal networks. Business owners and managers. Growers and crew leaders in agriculture. Interesting. I'm right out in the middle of farmland. Labor brokers, I don't know what that is. Employers of domestic servants, large factory owners, and corporations. Oh, vulnerabilities, status, social status, economic hardship. So, do I have a low social status marking or rating? Yeah, like I have no friends, and at this age, you're not gonna make friends when you're this old. At least a friend that's smart. It's like, well, if you're 38 and you have no friends, what's wrong with you? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if there's something wrong with me or if there's more something wrong with the entire people that I've been surrounded with, because Gary Lee Scott is a pedophile, and my sister refuses to answer the phone, and all that other shit. So what else do we got? Lack of sunlight and vitamin D deficiency. Well, I'm the one that don't go outside because I'm scared to go out there a lot of times. Sometimes I'm not, but I, for the most part, am always scared to go out. Frequent movement and disorientations. So frequent movement, that would have been like, when I was growing up, and then 12 years old. Well, yeah. And then shelter. Okay. Group home. Okay. Traffickers posed as boyfriends, needy for affection. And then there's something about underground tunnels. And that reminds me of Elon Musk, who wants to go to Mars, builds rocket ships, has tunnels, blah, blah, blah. I'm not saying anything, I don't know, I'm just saying, Shauna, don't sign me up for food stamps. Shauna, don't come over here. Shauna, just don't come over here, okay? Just don't. Oh, and get the fuck off my shit. Because I can see on my Facebook, like, what is this? What is that? Who is this? Who is that? So get off my shit. If it's not you, then I apologize. I'm wrong. But because you're the one over here looking up on the internet, people who want to kill Lenape, whatever. So, yeah. What else? Oh, yeah. One more thing I wanted to say. I remember when I first thought or seen that Hillary Clinton was running for president, I was like, oh, I thought that would be so cool. Because, I was like so stupid. Like I was one of those people that liked watching CNN just because I liked Anderson Cooper. And, so, anyways, but then, yeah. Yeah, I used to go back and forth between Fox and CNN, but then I just chose CNN just because I liked Anderson Cooper. But now I can't even stomach CNN. I try to just to make an effort to be unbiased, but it's hard to not be biased. It's don't really care about how you feel about the movie Gone with the Wind. Have you seen the movie White Chicks? Let's just shut up. There's actual slavery happening to this day. To this day, people are slaves. As far as I'm concerned, human trafficking is a slave. Cambodia, child sex pornography, child sex trafficking, all that stuff. Listen, I know Johnny Gosh is a true story. Okay? So I'm not going to get into that, but I'm from West Des Moines. And what else? So yeah, that's it. Oh, yeah, and Shauna, I'm also aware that you took the key to the apartment door, so you can get in at any time, and, you got both keys. You took the torchlight. Yeah, you did. It's been missing, and I know you got it.